We lit.
We lit.
Take 3. G4G podcast. All right, people. Action.
Welcome to the G4G podcast, man. The Game4Game podcast, giving you a whole bunch of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to help you maneuver a little smoother through this thing we call life, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm your motherfucking host, Slick954. I got my co-host here, Carvo The Mastermind.
It's your boy, Carvo The Mastermind. I'm in the building.
Yeah, man, we here to talk about it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that oil. I'm peeled a little bit, but we going to get right into it, man. Today's episode is titled what? What is it called?
We talking about reality or fantasy. Which one is you living in?
Which one you living in?
And that's a good topic, Slick. I ain't going to lie to you because real talk, a lot of niggas is living in the fantasy.
A lot of niggas in the Matrix, man.
A lot of niggas in the Matrix.
A lot of niggas in the Matrix. What you think a lot of niggas in the Matrix about?
All right, so check it out, right? We got this thing called conditioning, right? So, like, they already feeding you bullshit.
Okay.
Just give you all types of stuff just to stick in your subconscious, right? So they're just conditioning you to just do whatever.
Yeah.
You really think what you're doing is your own thoughts or, like, your own, like, you know what I'm saying, your own vibe, but you're not even knowing that motherfuckers already done planted this shit in you.
Right.
Like the type of food you eat. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, who told you to wake up and eat bacon and eggs every morning? You know what I'm saying? But we do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like anything, like, so I feel like conditioning, we conditioned.
Right.
I feel like we're conditioned to like respond to certain types of stimulus shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I feel like also it's society too, because like we'll look at something, right? Mm-hmm. Prime example, Instagram. Instagram is like where everybody want to feed their fantasies. You feel me?
Right.
You'll see memes of people post something, and then on that same post there'll be exactly what's really going on, what they really doing.
Okay.
You'll see it, and you're just like, wow, like damn. You would really think this motherfucker's in his own crib, but he at Home Depot somewhere.
Oh, so okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Niggas be flexing.
Niggas be flexing for the
gram.
gram.
Okay.
Facts. Big facts.
So you saying niggas is living in fantasy world? They not
Niggas is living in
the
their fantasy world because of conditioning.
Right.
And because of the societal pressures, I guess you could say.
Yeah, man. At the end of the day, everybody care about what everybody think.
Everybody think. Right.
And that's why it's a lot of depression. It's a lot of low self-esteem. It's a lot of insecure ass motherfuckers out there.
It's a lot of motherfucking walking deads walking around.
Yeah, man, because they not secure with themselves. They comparing themselves to the fucking Instagram model that paid 10 bands to get her body done.
Right.
Instead of going to the gym and working their fat ass out.
Working out.
You feel me?
And see, that's a good point that you just brought up.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times these, like, for example, women, they look at these Instagram females and they look at all these, you know what I'm saying, enhanced women, and they feel like that's the standard of beauty.
Right.
And I'm talking from my own personal experience, from like my own like surveys that I've conducted with women, and I've asked certain women like, you know, like, would you ever get this done? Would you ever get that done? And a lot of times they'll tell me, yeah, I'll get this done, I'll get that done, and I'll be like, oh well, why? And you know what's the first thing they normally do?
What it is?
They'll go to a picture of somebody that looks like who they want to look like.
I want to like this bitch.
What you mean, why?
They have a bitch.
They'll scroll to you.
They literally got a bitch.
You see this? I'm like, wait, what? You mean to tell me you just want to look like somebody else? It ain't because, you know, you're obese and, you know what I'm saying, you just had a hard time losing the weight, or there's just certain parts of your body that you really are uncomfortable with. It ain't, that's not the reason.
Yeah.
You telling me the reason is because of somebody else? You see what I'm saying?
They want to be praised.
And that's just an example of that.
They want to be praised the same way that they praise that person.
And that's crazy.
That shit crazy, but it is what it is, man. But, you know, like you said, we condition, we program, all that shit. All this shit is teaching us, you know what I'm saying? Who got the most likes, that's the ones that's popping.
That's who's popping.
You feel me? And the bitches with the most likes is the bitches showing that ass.
Hey, man.
And the bitches that showing that ass, they paying for that ass.
Hey, man.
You feel me? Motherfuckers ain't working for it no more. Hey, shortcuts. You feel me?
Right. Hey,
but
hey, nigga, cat credit, nigga. Hey, what's up?
Hey,
I'm finna figure this shit out, nigga. I need a body, nigga.
Hey.
Check it out. Fuck having a degree. I need a body now.
You need a body.
Hey, all right.
Hey, man.
It's not a game. You feel me?
But how couldn't you blame them? How couldn't you blame them? It's niggas out here, you know.
No, it's niggas out here paying that.
Niggas out here ready.
Niggas out here ready to cut that check.
Niggas out here ready to.
But see, that's the thing too, though. Look at the fantasy they living in.
Right.
Because you not even trying to holler at a chick on some like, you know, this is what I got going on. This is who I am as a person. This is what I can offer you.
Right.
This is how we can build. You're not doing none of that. You just on some, I ain't gonna lie, baby. What's up, man? I'm trying to change your life. You need what you trying to get done. And here's how, you know what I'm saying? And personally to me, that was never play to run your pockets first. Like you gotta have some type of like talk game, or you gotta have some type of swag, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Niggas talk with their wallets nowadays.
Niggas ain't got conversation. But nah, man, niggas ain't got no conversation, man. It's crazy how many women tell me that it's rare that a man can have a conversation with them that like a thought-provoking, stimulating conversation. Even having a conversation without even talking about
sex. Right, absolutely.
You feel me? And I ain't gonna lie, man, that's why I be winning at, man. I know how to talk to a bit without talking about sex, you feel me? And that shit makes them want to fuck even more.
See, hey, game for game, people.
Game for game.
Check it out.
Stop
talking about sex.
The way to get more sex is to stop talking about it.
Talking about sex, man, all the time.
The way to get more pussy is stop worrying about it.
The way to get more pussy, stop worrying about pussy.
That shit crazy, but
pussy's getting no pussy, man.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Reality or fantasy? Which one you living in?
Which one you living in?
I don't know.
You know, but like we were saying, like you got like women living in fantasies. You got like men living in their fantasies because they want to like portray a certain image because, you know, that's just what's out here. That's what's popping. That's what's winning.
Yeah.
You know? But then you also got like the reality of shit, right? And the reality of shit is black people, we are the bottom of the barrel when it comes to like marriage and stuff like that. We are the least economically prosperous people. You get what I'm saying? Like, those are our realities. Like, our realities is we're all fucked up, right? Just as a people, right? But we ain't trying to like really do nothing about that shit. Like, everyone is just living in their fantasy world. Like niggas is just out here wilding, bitches just out here wilding.
Cause it ain't no guidance, man.
It's
it ain't
no guidance,
structure.
bro. It's no structure, bro.
You feel me? But every time we
no common goal.
Every time we do have someone that gives us some type of structure,
right? What happens?
They get taken away.
Right.
R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle, man.
Hey, man, rest in peace.
That's another. You know, he was a great example. Of a type of structure that we needed, and he was taken away by some nigga. Every time we get a nigga like that, he get taken away. So we take one step forward and 10 steps back.
Right.
You feel me? So it is what it is. But man, hey, this guy too. This guy right here, same thing. You feel me? Got books about the nigga.
Nah, but see, that's like a whole nother situation though, cause like you got like the shit we gotta go through with each other, and then you got the shit that they put us through. You get what I'm saying? So like it's a two-front fight. You know what I'm saying? Cause we already ain't got no leaders. You know what I'm saying? And then we ain't even got like no like.
The rappers are the leaders.
The rappers are the leaders in
these niggas.
But that's what I'm saying. Like we ain't even got no like we ain't even got no own personal accountability of what we want to see ourselves as. Like,
man, it's gonna take us a long time to get there, man.
It is because like it's crazy.
Because you know, I mean, it's generational, man. You know, we're probably the only generation that's having these thinking outside of the box type of mentality, but at the same time still connecting with our structure and our core.
Our core people.
See, the younger generation, they don't have that structure and core. So they thinking outside the box, but they going way too outside that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they getting way too weird now.
They going ham. They stepping way outside the box. You feel me? We stepping outside the box, but at the same time, we using what we already had in the box to use. You know, we use the tools that we had in the box to use when we step outside the box. And we dibble and dabble type shit. Them niggas, they say fuck the box and they go.
And they just said,
I'm
finna color all outside the lines, bitch.
Fuck that box.
Fuck that. Right. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
So at the end of the day, man, a lot of us living in fantasy. A lot of us just living in the matrix.
Right.
But a lot of us is comfortable in that matrix because being outside the matrix, that shit hard. It's not, but at the same time, both is hard.
I ain't gonna lie, when you said that,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, you hit. Because when I literally thought of the movie The Matrix,
Yeah.
right? And I thought of the nigga that was.
The Matrix is the shit.
Listen, I thought of the nigga that was the bad guy in the first movie. With the nigga that turned on them.
Yeah.
Because he was having a hard time dealing with that shit.
Fuck yeah.
That nigga's like, bruh, I'd rather go back to sleep.
Exactly. G shit. Like, this shit real.
That's what this nigga said.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So like,
I should have took the other
really
pill,
dealing
yeah.
with the Matrix, like being outside that shit is really hard. And I get that. I really do. I get what you're saying. I really do. Because when you said it, it really hit.
It's hard to take that leap, man. Even if you show somebody a better way to do something, if they so comfortable with doing their way, knowing that their way is not fucking working, they're gonna stay doing their way because it's comfortable.
It's because it's comfortable.
Rather than trying this different way that's gonna put them outside their comfort zone and make them grow and stretch and shit what they're supposed to do. They scared of that because that shit is struggle. But at the same time, they struggling anyway.
Right, but see, that's what I'm saying. So
you
like,
feel me? Even with the bullshit
like,
that they doing.
which one is it? Do we really rather live in fantasy and just fantasize all day?
Yeah, a lot of people done give up hope.
You know, or do we want to deal with our reality and like really do something about it? You get what I'm saying? Which one is it? Which one we rather do?
I mean, right now is a lot of people live in the moment. I look at it like reality. I look at reality as medicine, and I look at the fantasy as candy.
Okay. Yeah. Cause
Candy tastes good for right
Candy
now.
tastes
But
good
if
for
you
right
eat
now.
that shit fucking every day.
That shit gonna fuck your teeth
That
up.
shit gonna fuck you up in the long run.
In the long run, right.
The medicine, that shit nasty.
Yeah, but
That
it's
shit
gonna
ain't good.
sustain you, but it's gonna keep you healthy and it's gonna keep you right. I get exactly what you're saying.
You feel me? That's the same thing. So it's like the medicine gonna help us in the long run, but at the moment, that shit's disgusting.
Right. So let me ask you this. What you think about how do you feel when it comes to like relationships, right? How do you feel when it comes to women specifically having a certain fantasy that they literally chase and that's what they want their reality to be? Like for example, certain girls want, a certain type of lifestyle that quite honestly, like, can you give yourself that lifestyle? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you want it in someone else. I know you want somebody else to give it to you, right? We get that. I get that. You're looking for,
can you do it for yourself first?
What's the song? Rich nigga, 8-figure, that's my type. I get that.
Yeah.
I get it. Are you an 8-figure chick yourself?
Right. Yeah. I feel
Is
you.
my question. So what you think about like women that really like want to pursue these high-end relationships, right? Mm-hmm. Fantasy.
Right.
But in reality, they ain't shit.
They have nothing else to bring to the table?
They ain't shit in reality.
I mean,
What do you think?
all right, what's the question for? Like, you asking me.
My question is,
do I?
What do you think about people or women that live in a fantasy world based on their fantasies versus what's in reality?
All right, so I feel like once these, I guess, women, they reach even if they do reach their fantasy, reality is going to hit them that their fantasy isn't what really fulfills them.
Okay.
A lot of times we get to the end of the rainbow and that shit's not a pot of gold, that shit's a pot of shit.
Right. Okay.
You know, but we thought it was going to be a pot of gold, but in reality, it ain't really what we thought it was going to be. So fantasy, like, for example, women getting their body done. Mm-hmm. They get their body done. Oh, I'm finna be looking sexy. I'm finna feel good about myself. I'm finna get all this attention. And then they start getting the attention, and now niggas just want to fuck, and they don't want to wife them.
They're mad all day.
Because niggas just want to fuck, but you literally turned yourself into a sex doll.
Right. Okay. I see you going. Okay.
You feel me? But but the fantasy was when she was thinking about getting her body done. Oh, I'm finna be on. These niggas finna be on my clit, bitch. Mm-hmm. I'm finna be in this bitch. Finna have sugar daddies, all that shit.
Right,
and once
right.
she get it, and now she see the reaction she gets, and how niggas is treating her for real. Mm-hmm. Now she feeling like, damn.
Now she feeling like, what the fuck?
Did I really want that shit?
Did I really want to do this? The fuck?
Now niggas ain't taking me serious because they just
with all these niggas, all they want to do is fuck.
All they want to do is fuck. They finessing my dumb ass. They making it seem like they want a relationship with me. They leading me on and then just fucking me and just disappearing. But she did that shit to herself. Now the fucked up crazy part about it is if she stayed her bad body ass, right? She probably will find a nigga that will look past all that shit and focus on her goddamn personality.
Right.
And that'll be the nigga.
And then you know what's so funny? A lot of times that's all it takes.
For real.
A lot of times, all it takes is one person seeing you for who you don't even see yourself as.
If a nigga love you and you bad body, and I done see some bad body
I'm
bitches
trying to tell you,
with some niggas,
right?
And they love them.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I think we should ask a female. her perspective on that.
Okay.
I got somebody. I'm gonna call. Hey, Game4Game, man. We're gonna call somebody up.
Game. My dog finna get somebody on the phone line. But yeah, man, stop living in the fantasy. Yeah, it's a big disconnect between expectations and reality, right? And the older we get and the more we mature, the more that gap closes, right? So ideally, the thing to try to do is to close that gap as soon as possible. Because if that shit closed too late, you're gonna be fucked. You feel me? The best thing is to try to learn as soon as possible, learn from your mistakes the first time, and learn that reality is the best fucking policy. I'm your host, Slick954. Yeah, man, we back at it, man. G4G podcast, the Game4Game podcast, whole lot of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to help you maneuver a little smoother through this thing we call life, man. So we took a little break, man, you know what I'm saying? Had to get a little prescription for our 420 vision. You know what I'm talking about? So
niggas
now,
had to take a flight real quick.
Yeah, I had to take a flight. So what we gonna do now is, I believe we finna call a guest, and we're gonna have a young lady come on, and you feel me? We're gonna talk about some things.
So yeah, check it out. We finna have we had a homie come in, give us a little perspectives on different things, because we're dudes, so we want a woman to tie in on things and chime in on things and let us know from a female's perspective on the different, shit we finna talk about. Something to call the homie.
Yeah.
She finna let us know.
She finna flake.
She finna play. Y'all girls be playing with that dumbass shit. That. All right, okay. My dog ain't flake, okay. Hey, man, G4G podcast, man. We finna introduce my dog, Taji. The beautiful Taji.
You gotta mic her up, son.
She here. I'm finna mic you up, Taj. You know what I'm saying? Let me set you up, kid. I got you, kid.
Get it right, man. Just lay that shit down, man.
You wanna look at you, bro? You wanna look at her, bro?
She do wanna look at me.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I got you, bro.
All right, man. So can you hear her? You good? She good?
You good?
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. Mic check.
Oh, yeah, she good right now.
All right, people. We got the homie Taji in the building. Taji, man, let them know who you are, man. Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Taji. The one and only.
Where you from, Taji?
What?
Where you from?
Born and raised in Miami.
How old you is?
28.
You got kids?
No kids.
You got a man?
No man.
Okay, we live.
Okay, so you got a 28-year-old, Miami native, no kids. So
what we talking about? Oh yeah,
fantasy.
fantasy.
We had fantasy and
fantasy and
reality with the difference, like reality. What you living in. Yeah, so we had a question.
Oh yeah, what? So she had a question, or we had?
No, we had a question for her. We had a woman's perspective.
All right, so what's your question? Go ahead. I forgot the question, so go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of forgot it. No, but honestly though, so check it out.
Monogamy?
No, not even monogamy. So check it out, Taji. The topic of our podcast for this episode is fantasy or reality, which one you're living in, right? Yeah. And we wanted to bring it towards like a relationship perspective. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, do you feel like in today's I guess society, or like today's age, like are a lot of relationships based on fantasy right now, or are they based on reality in the sense of like what's really going on versus what Instagram or social media want to show, or whatever the case may be? Like, what do you think?
What you think?
Okay, so are you saying fantasy as far as just like what's portrayed out to the world? Not
even what's portrayed, but just something that's not really physically tangible. Like that's not what's reality. Like that's just something that's in your mind. Like it's just. I mean, you could even go specifically with monogamy. You could even say monogamy.
That's pretty much what a relationship.
Yeah, because low-key monogamy is okay. It's kind of like a fantasy. Okay, so monogamy, for example. Let's use monogamy for example, because that's a term that people use, right? That's a term that society put on, a certain type of relationship lifestyle, right? Because there's different ones, but so we're gonna use monogamy. Monogamy is low-key a fantasy. So that's our opinion. What's your opinion on monogamy?
I wouldn't necessarily say that I feel like monogamy is fantasy. I would say that it is reality for some.
Okay.
And fantasy in the sense that, some people would probably prefer that or wish that they could maintain a long-term monogamous relationship, but not necessarily reality in the sense that, is it realistic to think that for the rest of, your lives that you would want to maintain or, be able to exist in this monogamous relationship.
Okay, so which side are you more on? Are you more on the reality or the fantasy side?
I would probably say I am close in the middle, but I would probably say
close in the middle.
So you rocking on both sides, huh?
60-40.
60-40. Okay. Which one is 60?
Yeah, which one's 60?
60% in thinking that monogamy is fantasy.
Okay.
We lied.
Okay.
40% in thinking, and I guess.
Right. Now keep that. All right. Now keep that percentage. Right. Now, out of all the monogamous relationships in the world, let's just say, the monogamous relationships you know about, everything. How much percent of it do you think that's living up to that monogamous rule or title?
Out of 100% of couples, how many couples do I think that
really is about that life?
Complete monogamy?
That's
really
about
that
stepping outside of the
life.
relationship in any way, shape, or form.
Facts.
Yep.
What you think?
I'd probably say that I think it's probably a pretty low percentage, honestly.
Come on now, don't do that. You just said 60-40 for the other shit. I'm gonna need some numbers, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, hold on. I'm thinking. I was gonna say, I think it's probably maybe like 30 or maybe like 30-40% being optimistic.
So 70-30 for the most part.
70% non-monogamous and 30% actually maintaining.
What you think is the cause of that?
Huh?
What you think is the cause of that?
Accessibility.
Accessibility? You think so?
Accessibility.
So let me ask you this: you don't think people was this loose 200 years ago?
Nowhere near as loose.
What? You don't think so?
You don't think everybody was fucking each other in the village? Like,
listen, I think that
that's how you populate.
This is why I say accessibility, because you have to understand that the internet has really brought the world closer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, whereas back in the day before there was internet and phones and stuff like that, you could really only interact with people in your village per se, which is not that many out of the world. Now you bring in the internet and technology and things like that, you're able to access anybody in any part of the world at any time of the day and find people based off of find people that share your same ideology.
Right.
So
now, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Whereas before, you might have had that one person in the village, like, damn, I don't know if this is for me, just being with this one person.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they're the outcast. Well, now with the internet, now they can reach out and be like, hey, who else
feels the same way? Right. And then we can make our own community.
They have more fish to choose from.
Absolutely. I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're trying to say. But I don't think none of that, like, at the end of the day, like, changes the fundamental rules to shit. Like, I feel like with right now, with what's going on, I think with so much of society moving away from tradition and things being a lot more progressive than they were ever been, not to be on no, like, what, I just think, like, we need to step back and go back to, like, certain shit, because, like, that's the only way this shit gonna work.
Certain shit like what, Carvo?
Certain shit like,
let them
first
know,
of all,
nigga. What certain shit like what?
Niggas drop they nuts.
Drop your nuts on them, Carvo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, like, all right, this is my thing. I've always been a believer in, like, like the male needs to, like, carry the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Period. Point blank.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The male is the provider, the protector, the head of the household. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The fucking head honcho, the king of the...
Now, how realistic is that when you have 10 females?
I mean, kings did it all the time. We did it in Africa all day.
But
they do it in
no,
all
no, no,
Africa
it's-
right now.
listen.
Historically speaking, you know, polygamy came from rich men and trying to weed out poor men. You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. That's where we come from.
Right, but if that's not the case, if that's not the case with every single man.
It's not the case for every
It's not the
man.
case, but that's not what I'm saying,
It
though.
takes a certain type of man to handle that type of workload.
No, it takes a real
Niggas
dude to be able to handle
gotta be qualified for
to handle that many.
You feel me?
Facts.
So check me out. Listen,
That's big facts.
Listen, it's possible with, like you said, 10 women, right? It's possible with 10 submissive women, right? 10 women that are all on the same page, right? Now it's up to the man to get them all on the same page, but it's possible. You feel me? Now
it's possible for sure.
For sure, but at the end of the day, the possibility.
It's possible for your pockets.
Yeah, hey, but at the end of the day,
it's possible for your pockets, huh?
Of course, it's possible for our pockets, niggas. We're 11 heads deep.
Hey, check it out, man.
Wait.
No, I got some Game4Game though. No, I got some Game4Game.
Listen, we're 11 heads deep. You think I'm gonna have 10 bitches that don't want to do shit, that just want to sit around?
I mean, Carvin just said that it's the man's role.
Okay, but now,
you know what I mean?
But we do that. But I'm saying, the women, y'all have your own goals and shit y'all want to do with y'all life, right? Just period.
Okay,
like,
so what is he
regardless.
at? Okay, okay.
You ain't gonna be no stay at home, because at the end of the day, I don't even think that type of woman even.
Now let me ask you this. I got a good question for you, Taj. I ain't gonna lie, I got a real good question. So in a situation like that, right? Would you want to be in a, let's say you're in a situation where, you know, you got a guy dealing with a lot of women and you guys all in this, you know, polygamous or even like this open situation or whatever you want to call it, right? Is it the man's role to take care and please and provide all, let's just say it's 3 of you guys, provide all 3 of every...
3 women and 1 guy?
3 women and 1 guy.
Total?
No, 3 women, 1 guy, so 4 people in total. Is it the man's job to provide and meet all your needs, well, all 3 of y'all needs, financially, emotionally, all that, or do you guys have any responsibility for yourselves? Like, how would that work?
I think that depends on the parameters that each relationship wants to set for themselves. Because if you want to take it back to the old days, it was the man's job to take care of all of that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Nowadays...
No, I want to hear an answer.
Guys want to mix the old with the new. They're like, damn, I want all those women, but y'all take care of yourself.
That's what I'm saying. So that's my question. So wait, hold on. That's my question. Which one is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be I take care of all 3 of y'all, or I only take care of the ones that really want to get taken care of and I let the other ones do that what they want to, like, you know what I'm saying? Which one is it?
And again, I would say that it has to be whatever the people in the relationship feel like.
But see, that's what that goes back to.
If you asking her that, you have to ask her what she specifically.
I mean, we can ask her that too, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what it goes back to. Like, it all depends on what's the moves, because like that goes back to what you was gonna say. What you was gonna say?
This is what I was gonna say.
Because I already knew, you know what I'm saying. What you gonna say?
If a woman, like, I feel like women that think like that, as far as like, okay, you gotta be able to take care of all of us, they don't even want to do it in the first place. Because a woman that is willing to do that type of stuff, they're not worried about being taken care of, because they have shit that they want to do anyway, right? But a lot of times when, but a lot of times when people don't really agree with it, it's always some, well, shit, if I'm doing this, they got to do that. If I'm gonna do that, if I'm gonna accept you having a lot of bitches, I don't want to work.
Right, and that's cool. I just don't know what the case is.
Wait. But listen, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. But women that are really with the shits, the women are really with the shits.
I get what he's saying.
That lifestyle, they're not thinking.
They're not even thinking about that.
They're not thinking like
that.
Now,
here's the thing that I agree with you on that. But here's the thing that I have to say when it comes to that. You, or what it sounds like, want multiple women who just want to be with you.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Right? Am I on track so far?
I mean, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
Okay. So you want 3 women that are solely committed to you and no one else, right?
Correct.
And you want them to be fully with the shits.
Correct.
From A to Z,
correct.
Right? The only way I feel like that would 100% work in the way that you have in your mind for it too is if you're with 3 lesbians that only like you. You know what I mean? That is like,
lesbians?
I'm really a lesbian.
You can't be bisexual. You know a lot of women like
my nigga.
You like women?
I've been with women.
All right, now stop right there. Stop right there. There's a lot of women like you. You feel me?
And I'm saying, see, and there's
not
a
a
difference on
lesbian.
the spectrum too.
Okay.
There's a difference on the spectrum too, because you know I know girls who are like 100% bisexual in the sense that any female they see they like yes, any nigga they see they like yes.
Yeah,
you
they
know
just
what I
with
mean?
the shits, huh?
They might be okay with that kind of situation. However, it's still not gonna be in the sense where you're the only nigga, because if I'm like
I don't know,
every
man.
female and every nigga, then what makes you think
you
that
don't
you're
like-
the
but
only nigga I want to be with, but I want to be with these
Y'all,
three
but
women?
women,
like, you know what I mean?
There's women that don't like every nigga. There's a lot of women that don't like every nigga. I'm not gonna get with a bitch that likes every nigga. Like
Well,
you,
of course not every nigga, but
that's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying.
like,
But
shit, people want different experiences also, which is the
lot
whole
of-
basis on non-monogamy.
there's a lot.
So-
There's a lot of women that's okay with having just one nigga and sharing that one nigga with a girl that they really fuck with. They could be besties, and when that nigga not around, they can have fun, play patty cake and shit. You know what I'm saying? Bump coochies and all that shit. And then when
shit.
daddy come home, they, you know what I'm saying?
They get right.
They get right,
They get
and
right.
it's all cool, and they vibing.
See,
That's
and
what I'm
that
saying. You're talking about women that's don't really fuck with it like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible.
See, okay, and I'm saying that too because I'm a woman
Right.
who has been with women, but I still would not be fully with the shits if it's just me,
Because
two other females, and one nigga. Because I'm gonna eventually want a different experience.
Right. Hey, are you territorial? Are you like? Are you a good sharer when it comes to guys?
Good shit.
Yeah, Taji, huh? Can you play nice with other kids, huh? Or no?
Can you share your ball?
A good sharer. That's hilarious.
See if I can what? See if I can screen record.
I mean,
how to do that shit.
That's a big part of it too. You gotta know how to
See,
share.
the only way. See, this is how that could probably work for me. This is probably the only way that would work for me.
Okay.
I have to.
What I do?
have
This weak ass shit, bro.
more
Hey,
of a
where your phone at, bro? We're gonna call off
I'm
your
on
phone.
live. Fuck it. Nah, fuck it.
Nah, fuck
Don't
it.
worry about it.
All right, fuck
Say it
it.
again. He trying to scream.
I was trying to do
He
some
trying
shit
to
with
do
this
some
weak ass
high-tech
phone,
shit,
man.
But he got an iPhone 4. But go
I got
ahead.
some old shit, man. Fuck it.
He still got a button. Go ahead.
Right.
So yeah,
Hey,
so
this
the only
hey,
way I feel like
Hey,
something
check
like
it
that
out, people. My
would
other
work.
shit fell in water, people. Tighten up.
Tighten up. I got
What?
a 12.
Tighten up. Nigga had that. Okay, nigga had that. You did.
But go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
What
yeah.
is going on?
Nah, nothing. You good. Go
Do
ahead.
your thing.
What was I saying?
You were saying.
So I feel like
Yeah, go ahead.
the,
Okay, I was saying that you. All right. What the fuck was I saying?
You was talking. She was actually talking.
She was talking about some shit. But
She
I
was-
remember I
'cause you
said
just
something
asked
to
me
her
something.
that made her say this.
I know, but she was talking about like basically how she wants
Oh, yeah,
different
are you a good
experiences.
sharer? That's
Oh
what
yeah,
the
with
fuck
somebody
we
she
was.
could share it, right?
Being a
Do
good
you play
sharer.
nice with
There we go.
kids?
Go ahead.
so see, here's the thing, right?
Go ahead.
It depends on what sense of sharing. So like, if it's my man first,
Oh my God, here we go.
and we bring in, like we're like, hey, let's get another girlfriend.
Okay.
on your
we
terms.
get a girlfriend.
It's on your terms. pretty
we
much.
get no. We get a girlfriend.
You ain't
Right,
with the
we get
shits,
a
man.
girlfriend.
At the end of the day,
Hold
you
on.
ain't with-
I'm saying that's what
Yeah.
you say, Taji. We get a girlfriend, or he gets a girlfriend.
We get a girlfriend.
We get a girlfriend.
Right?
Okay. We got another dom. Okay. No, that's kind of vibing though. We got a dom.
I would.
It's kind of vibing.
That's cap. Listen.
It's cap?
Listen.
Because they don't really want it, huh?
Are you gonna let me finish?
All right, go ahead.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
go ahead.
Do your thing. My bad, baby. Do your thing. Your fine ass. Go ahead.
It would more so have to be my girlfriend.
So he's right. So he's right. Okay. He's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
But
Continue
in
though.
the sense because like
He's right though, but continue.
It has to be your
Yes.
girlfriend.
Right.
It can't be that nigga girlfriend.
It's not our girlfriend. Okay.
It's my girlfriend.
My bitch.
no,
Yeah.
it's our girlfriend, but
But
like
you gotta-
I have to.
Okay,
like-
everything.
Huh?
You gotta okay everything.
You gotta be in charge. when it
I mean,
comes
if
to
they
that.
eventually, like, if they do their own shit, whatever. But what I'm I mean is like we can't just go out and get a girlfriend that just, that. It's probably not gonna work, child. It's
not gonna work. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why you trying to find different terms and conditions that's gonna work.
Let me say why. So I've been.
She trying to find every way
in a situation.
Figure it out.
Nah.
No. Let me tell you why I go back and forth. Right?
Why?
Let me tell you why I go back and forth. I was in a situation where I lived with 2 guys and 2 girls.
Okay.
Right?
And everybody was together?
No, we were all just separate, right?
Oh, okay.
But I did start, kind of messing with one of the girls and with one of the guys.
Oh, so you got on that, nobody else?
Not really, yeah, no.
Right, okay.
Here's the thing, right? But then we started, our whole thing, we had like this little joke thing that we were all husband and wives, right? Anytime we went out, it was all of us.
Right.
I had 2 husbands and 2 wives.
Right.
The guys had 3 wives. You know what I mean? And that's how
Y'all
it was.
made that shit real weird for people. Niggas was looking like,
made
what
it
the
real
fuck?
Weird. We made it real weird.
Right.
But, being in that vibe, it felt cool. Like, we was all like, damn,
Might need to take over soon.
this is pretty lit, Although everybody wasn't together. It was really just me.
So
with
you was
my
masterminding
2
that
people.
shit, huh? Shout out Taji the Mastermind.
Taji the Mastermind.
Facts, okay.
You brought it all together.
Okay.
See, and that was the thing, right? So I was like centrally located in it. I was everybody's favorite. And
You was the center of
I was
attention.
like, wow,
Right.
this is lit.
You was a motherfucking
Narcissistic, huh?
No, I was. You can really ask. I mean, you can
Oh,
ask. But look, I was
Senna,
everybody's favorite.
Taji's a
Although,
whole
everybody
dictator.
had their own relationships.
Right.
Everybody had their own relationships, and that was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I was everyone's favorite.
Right.
And especially between that girl and that guy.
Let me ask you a
Right?
question. Was you the only light-skinned one?
Nope. All the girls were light.
All girls are light-skinned? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so all y'all was
Yeah.
light-skinned. Okay.
And
Yeah,
when it
all of
came
us.
to the girls, you were the more masculine one.
Yeah, was you the more masculine one out of all of them? Because I think that,
What do you
think
mean
you were.
masculine?
you know
In
what
the
we
sense,
say.
like,
what
my
we-
mindset?
You know, somebody
You know the
has
fuck
to.
we mean,
Somebody
man.
has to play the role.
Somebody got to play the role.
Somebody gotta play
So
the
was
role.
that you, Taj?
I know you was.
I have a strong feeling that was you.
You know that was her.
Because you said both of them was light skinned, so I mean they both were soft as fuck.
Well, one was definitely. Well, like I said, I wasn't with both of the girls, which is
Okay,
one.
you was
But
only
she
with one
was
of
very
them.
emotional, and
Of course
this is
she
why I
was.
don't feel like
She read, of
I
course
could
she
really
was.
be with a female. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like
Right,
I could
right.
be with you in a fun way, but to be in a relationship, I don't know.
That's you ain't with the
Um,
shit. I told you.
Huh? What exactly?
You ain't
So
with the
yeah,
shit.
so that's why I'm more of like, the whole 1 man, 4 wives is not gonna
Okay,
work for
well,
me
so what's
ever.
your- what's
in
your-
any
What's your ideal situation?
What's your sexual orientation? What do you consider yourself? You just floating. Whatever happens.
You what we
happens.
call? Are you what we call a what's this shit's called? A unicorn? You a
You just
unicorn,
out-
Taj?
Whatever feels
It
right.
was this.
You a
I'm
unicorn,
definitely
you
a
just out
unicorn,
here?
but in what sense we talking about right now?
Come on,
No, I'm
you,
kidding.
You just go with the vibes.
my dog just go with the flow.
You with the
man.
vibes.
She with all the
Nah,
vibes.
what do you mean by unicorn? in
I'm
this
saying because
sense?
unicorn is a term that's used right now. For like, it's like something that's rare, right? You know, unicorns are rare, right? Something you don't see often, you know. Some very mysterious and, you know, fantastic, and you know, you
with
trying to
the
figure that
shits.
shit out, man.
You with everybody. You with the shit.
And you just rainbowed the fuck out, man. You just, you know, because, you know, unicorns wear a lot of colors and shit like that, you know. Just with all the shits, man. I don't know, man. I just know what unicorns are, man, when I see them. Is that what you
If the
consider
vibe
yourself?
right, you with it.
You with it,
At the
huh?
end of the day, if the vibe right, you with it.
It depends on my
It depends on how you feeling that day?
relationship status, honestly.
It depends on how you feeling that day.
Yeah,
Right.
like, you know.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel like, oh, this is a good question right here, too. Do you feel like women are more thought prone some days more than others?
I'm more what?
Thought prone, like,
Thought?
thought prone.
Like a thought.
Like
They're ready to
THOT?
bust some shit.
Oh, okay.
They thought prone. They ready to.
Thought prone. I didn't
Right.
I
know
thought
that
you were
one
saying
before.
thought, like, you know.
They ready to.
thought
They ready to be
like-
out here. Do you think you guys have more like?
Thought prone.
Right. Do you think you guys are like more like, you know, is it more days than others? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it just a day you wake up and like, you know what? I want 3 niggas today.
Okay.
Oh, I need to
course.
snatch
I mean,
2
guys,
niggas'
you're on the
sons
same
today.
way.
Huh?
Of course. You guys are the same way.
No, I know we are like that. We have
Oh.
no problem
Every
portraying
day,
that. But
every
women,
day.
that's why I asked. Women don't, you don't know that.
I mean, yeah, of course,
Yeah,
certain days
yeah.
you're
Yeah,
like,
okay.
you know what?
Okay, we hearing it for the horse's mouth. Yeah.
I feel like all women are a little like. Never mind.
Now go ahead. We talking
Oh,
to a woman. We
gosh,
good.
right.
We got
right.
representation.
I feel like all women got this little nasty ass little freak within inside them,
Uh-huh.
right? But it takes the right person to bring that motherfucker out.
Is that fair?
There's only a
Agreed.
few people to know that code to that lock to let that cage
And,
open.
and it has to only be those people, huh? Other than that, you dead. You will never know.
You'll never know.
Right. That's
Yeah,
that's
you have
fair,
to
right?
bring it out.
You got to bring it
You
out,
have to
right?
bring it
Some
out.
women don't even know it's in there until that right
Until it's
motherfucker
out.
Bring it out.
That's true too.
Okay, that's
true
facts.
too.
That's
Preach.
good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, man.
That is true too. Now, would y'all say that it's like that for y'all? Because I know I
hell
come
yeah.
across girls come across guys all the time that be like, oh yeah, I'm a freak, I'm this, I'm that. But really, like, y'all,
They can't take no
definition of that is
wood.
just that
Facts.
you want to fuck a lot.
No, I've had.
What turns me on? Submissiveness. The more submissive a motherfucker is, that bring out my
That
beast.
bring it out, huh?
Sexually.
Yeah. Are you submissive? Look, she's like,
I'm a flip.
fuck all that.
I'm a
Fuck all that.
flip.
Get on your back.
Nigga, open your legs, nigga.
Run that shit.
Run it,
man.
nigga. Over here just
I'm a
smacking
flip.
niggas.
I'm a flip.
You choking
Boys.
niggas out.
You ever seen Don't Be a Menace?
Yeah.
I told you I
Yeah.
get a little
Head start
crazy.
spinning.
Head start spinning.
A chick ever choke you?
Try to.
That
What the fuck
shit
are you
feel
doing?
weird, right?
What the fuck are you doing?
You like, hold up.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that's when he flipped their ass real
Like,
quick.
wait a minute.
That's when he maneuvered their ass real quick.
I'm the dominant. Right.
So yeah, that goes into the thing, right? You gotta certain people like that. If you find somebody that's on your same,
Right.
you know, vibe, then it's like shit, no holds barred, you know.
Right.
Okay.
It's like fuck it, we getting crazy.
So
but
who brings out your freaky side the most? Women or men?
oh, definitely men. What the heck?
Okay.
I'm not even like I said. Like I'm not even like
Oh, I
if
thought
if
you
I
was-
gave a percentage to like
Right,
men
right.
to women, I'd be like a 80-20.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Bet.
I'm definitely more of men for sure.
For sure. 2%.
What?
Oh,
What?
for my phone? 2%. What you mean 2%? 2% what? 2%.
2%.
That's actually living that monogamous lifestyle. See how it's crazy
Mm-hmm.
how you feel 60-40.
Mm-hmm. Somebody else
When I
feels too.
ask about how much people you think really with the shit, you like 70-30. It's like, damn, how the fuck
Yeah,
you
I ain't gonna lie, Taji, we're gonna call you
No,
off my Taji, my shit about to die. We're gonna call you off Fred phone. All right, so ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, so G4G podcast, we back. You know, we just took a little break. You know, we had the homie Taji in the building. She just gave us a nice perspective on monogamy and why we feel like it's fantasy when it comes to reality and fantasy. You know,
Right.
And she gave us a female's perspective, and you know, she said a lot of good, interesting points. You know, and you know, we had a nice little dialogue with her. But you know, back to the just the overall conversation, like you know, reality versus fantasy, like you know, we look at it in relationships, where we just had the conversation with Todd. You look at it in life, like you have to really realize and figure out what you living in. Like, is this a fantasy? Like, are you just really just on Instagram all day long? Like, literally, like that's your life. Like, your life is Instagram or social media, whatever the fantasy is, or is you based on some type of reality? Like, you're really getting something. Like, you're growing. Something's really happening in your life in real time. Like, you know, which one is it? And that's what we talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What you think, Slick?
Yeah, man. Get the fuck out of that fantasy world, man. Cause I was living in it. We all done lived in it. But once you step out of it, man, it's a beautiful thing. Once you step out of it, you really start seeing God work for you, man. You know what I'm saying? In that fantasy world, it ain't nothing but the devil, man. You just gonna keep chasing after something that you ain't gonna never catch. And once you catch it, you gonna realize you got a handful of shit.
And it's like,
You
what the
feel me?
fuck? What the fuck I'm gonna do with this?
What the fuck I'm gonna do with it? You gonna realize you know, got a handful of shit. You gonna be starting right back to the bottom, and you gonna figure out you ain't gonna know where the fuck to go from there. But you know, when we do make the mistakes, that shit does change our perspective, and it does teach us the lessons we need to learn in order to step into that reality.
Right.
We got to make sure we always taking steps to step towards that reality, because that's the light at the end of the motherfucking tunnel, man. And we don't want to live no stressful ass life. No, we don't want to live with regret, man. You know, and don't stop wasting your time, because that's the only thing we can't get back. You feel me? Money, that shit come and go, but that time, man, you gotta cherish that shit, man.
You gotta cherish it for real.
Hey, time is ticking, man. You gonna look up 10 years. 10 years don't feel like shit, man. These years sliding by like months.
Well,
you feel me? Months starting to feel like weeks.
We already in the last stretch of 19, man.
Days starting to feel like hours, man. So get out of that. Get out of the matrix. Unplug yourself, man.
Hey, but for real though, I'm not gonna lie.
Unplug yourself.
Do niggas even wanna unplug?
Niggas don't want to unplug. Niggas okay with that shit.
Like, do.
But
like,
at the end of the day, man, it's all about your happiness, man. You know.
But that's
if
what I'm
happy,
saying.
If niggas is happy being in that realm, then fuck it.
Is that real happiness though?
It gotta be if that's how they feeling. I don't
But
know.
is it though? Like,
They smiling. I don't know.
is it even a real smile?
And some
though?
so do you agree that there's some happy ass bums out here?
I guess.
Of course, they could be happier, but shit, if they ain't got no bills, they ain't got nothing to worry about.
No, I know, but I'm saying like
They probably happy as shit.
that's cool to be happy as shit, to not have shit, but
Some niggas happy being in prison. They got a whole boyfriend in them.
yeah,
It is what it is.
it is what it is, huh? This is what it is.
It's all about your happiness.
It's
man.
all about your
But some
happiness.
people settle and they think certain shit is their happiness. And
Right, but what I'm saying is like, for the motherfuckers like that actually has sense, right? Like, why are you stuck in fantasy? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, why you, like, why is it that you can't step out of the
because that's all we know. It goes back to the beginning, man. We was all programmed into this fantasy, man. You know how we was learned how to live through the television and shit like that. You feel me? Like the shit that we grew up seeing. Like mainly when it comes to America, the fucking television, music,
Right.
all of that shit teaches us our fucking
teachers are habits,
how to live and all that
how
shit.
to do
Feel me?
shit.
In third world countries, niggas, motherfucking them tribes in the woods, they ain't worried about none of that shit. They worry
Right.
about surviving. Monogamy doesn't fucking exist over there.
So let me ask you this: Do you think
They fucking everything.
Do you think we here in America got a different perspective on what even reality is? Because
Hell yeah.
look at the reality
We're
of
in
a
a-
lot of people. Like you
Yeah.
said in other countries, like, nigga, we ain't got water, nigga. Nigga, we don't
real.
got electricity, nigga. That's our reality,
That's
nigga.
a whole nother reality.
You get what I'm trying to say?
There's levels to this
There's
shit.
levels to this shit.
G shit.
Right, so like,
That's what I'm saying. A bum here is like a rich ass
a
nigga.
rich ass nigga somewhere else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Hey,
It's
man.
all about your happiness. You feel me?
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay.
It's all about your happiness. It's all about perspective, man.
Okay.
For real. You know, nigga, just like Bob Marley said, he rich in spirit. You feel me?
Right.
That money shit. It's some miserable ass billionaires. You feel
Out
me?
there.
Some miserable ass, duck ass, lame ass niggas with money out there. You feel me? That's living a horrible life, but all they got is money.
Right.
That's all.
You're so
Some
rich, all
niggas
you have is, you're so poor, all you have is money.
Got is fucking money. Man.
Yeah. That's a
Game for motherfucking
Game for game, man.
We back at it again, man. It's our 4th episode. We gonna keep it going. We gonna
keep
keep
this
it
shit
live.
rocking, people. You know what I'm saying?
motherfucking
Keep,
thriving.
stay tuned in, man. You know, like, subscribe, follow.
All that shit, man.
You
Comment,
know, the whole
all that.
nine, man. Support. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? Shout out to all the watchers, man. Shout out to all the guests.
Definitely shouts
feel
out
me?
to Taji. She,
Shout
you
out
know,
to
she gave us
Taji.
a good perspective on
Shout out to everybody.
shout out
Facebook.
everybody that tuned in with us, you know what I'm saying? All the people that came in on live with us. Shouts out to
Yeah.
y'all. We respect. We would love everybody that's, you know, that's supporting us and, you know, just riding the wave with us, man.
Yeah, man.
We fucking with you guys,
Follow
man.
us on IG, G4G Podcast. Follow me on IG, Slick954. That's SLICK954. Follow my dog Carvo The Mastermind.
I'm on Mastermind 305. That's Mastermind 305.
Yes,
Just one
sir.
word.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. G4G podcast, man. Y'all stay tuned. We rocking. We doing our thing. And y'all just ride this wave with us, man.
Stay happy, stay blessed, stay out the mess.
Is out.
Yo.
Gang.